I am 92 years old. That number doesn't mean much to you yet. It shouldn't. Numbers don't carry weight until they're sitting on your own shoulders. But I've lived long enough to understand what that number really means. It means I have outlived my wife. It means I have buried my friends one by one until the phone stopped ringing altogether. It means I have watched enemies fade into irrelevance, their grudges evaporating with their names. And somewhere along the way, I also outlived the version of myself that cared what people thought of me. That man is gone. I am standing at the edge now. Not metaphorically, not poetically. I can see the bottom. And before I go over, before the noise finally goes quiet, I need to turn around and talk to you. The ones still back there at the party, laughing too loud, convinced the music will never stop. Because you are living inside a lie, a very comfortable one. You walk around with this arrogant assumption that time is on your side. You spend your days like loose change. You waste hours the way a rich man wastes water, without even noticing it's running. You act like you have an infinite supply. I'm here to tell you something you don't want to hear. You're broke. Every single one of us is. You know you're going to die. Of course you do. You're not stupid. But knowing something intellectually and feeling it are two very different things. You don't feel it yet. You don't feel the cold steel of mortality pressed against your neck. If you did, you wouldn't be living the way you are. So let me tell you a story. It was 1968. I was younger then, still strong, still arrogant, still convinced I was special. My best friend's name was Jack. Jack was everything I wasn't. Smarter, better looking, richer, sharper. He was a shark in a tailored suit, the kind of man who walked into a room and bent it slightly in his direction. One night we were celebrating a massive deal he'd just closed. We were sitting in his office after hours, the city glowing beneath us like it belonged to him. He was leaning back in his leather chair, smoking a Cuban cigar, swirling a glass of whiskey like he had nowhere else to be. He looked at me and said, 5 more years. That was his plan. I grind for 5 more years. I hit the number. Then I'm done. Then I take Mary to Italy. Then I learn to paint. Then I start living. Jack had a roadmap. Jack had a strategy. 3 days later, Jack walked out of that same office building, grabbed his chest, and hit the sidewalk before he even realized he was falling. Massive heart attack. 42 years old. He never went to Italy. He never painted a damn thing. He never started living. I stood over his casket, and here's the part people get wrong. The tragedy wasn't that Jack died. We all die. The tragedy was that Jack spent his entire life waiting to live. He treated his existence like a waiting room for a better future that never showed up. And the cruelest part? A week later, I went to his office to help clear out his desk. His calendar was booked for 6 months straight. His inbox was full of urgent messages, deadlines, meetings, deals that had to happen. The world didn't stop because Jack died. His company replaced him in 2 weeks. His clients forgot his name in a year. And standing here now, looking at you, I see Jack everywhere. You're telling yourself the same story. I'll be happy when I get the promotion. I'll travel when the kids are older. I'll forgive him when he apologizes. I'll slow down after this busy season. Let me give you a hard fact from a 92-year-old man. There is no later. There is only now. And if you are trading your now for a later that isn't guaranteed, you are making the worst bet in the history of gambling. The house always wins. Let's talk about your things. Your generation is obsessed with accumulation. You buy things you don't need with money you don't have to impress people you don't even like. I live in a small room now. I have a bed, a chair, a picture of my wife. That's it. I used to have the big house, the luxury cars, the garage full of toys. And I am telling you, with the clarity that only comes at the end, it's all garbage. I've been to more funerals than you've been to weddings, and I have never, not once, seen a U-Haul trailer following a hearse. When you die, your children will hire a stranger to walk through your house and throw 90% of your precious belongings into a dumpster. The other 10%? They'll sell it at a yard sale for quarters. That is the final value of your materialism. Future trash. So why are you killing yourself to buy it? Why are you working 60 hours a week, missing your daughter's childhood, to pay for a car that sits in traffic? It's madness. And you won't realize it's madness until you're sitting where I'm sitting. And by then, it's too late to return the merchandise. Let me tell you about the night I thought I'd made it. It was 1979. I won Businessman of the Year in my city. Black tie event, big banquet. Applause so loud it felt like validation pouring straight into my veins. I walked onto that stage feeling 10 feet tall, like I had cracked the code, like I had beaten the game. I went home that night holding the trophy. The house was dark. My wife Eleanor was asleep. My kids were asleep. I sat alone at the kitchen table, poured myself a scotch, and stared at that piece of glass. And that's when it hit me. The applause had stopped. The people at that dinner didn't care about me. They cared about what I could do for them. And the people upstairs, the ones who actually loved me, I had neglected them for months to win that applause. I missed my son's varsity games to stay late at the office. I missed anniversary dinners to close mergers. For what? That trophy is in a box somewhere now. I don't even know where it is. But the look in my wife's eyes when I told her I couldn't make it to dinner, that stayed. You think your career is your legacy. It's not. It's a transaction. You are selling the hours of your life. Hours you will never get back. To build someone else's castle. If you dropped dead today, your job would be posted online before your obituary. Do not worship at the altar of your career. It will not love you back. It will not hold your hand when the lights go out. So if the money is fake, the career is a trap, and the stuff is garbage, what's left? I'll tell you. The only things you get to keep are the things you gave away. The love you gave. The time you gave. The moments you were fully present. I don't replay my business deals anymore. I replay Sunday mornings with Eleanor. I replay my daughter's laugh when she was 3. I replay helping a stranger push his car out of a snowbank. That is the only real wealth there is. So listen carefully. This is the part I wish someone had told me sooner. Number 1. Kill your ego. You are terrified of looking foolish, so you don't take the risk. You don't start the business. You don't ask the question. You don't say how you feel. Why? Because you're afraid of what people will think. Let me free you. Nobody is watching you. They're too busy worrying about themselves. You are the main character only in your own head. To everyone else, you are background noise. And their judgment? It will rot in the ground right next to them. Number 2. Practice the last time. This is a Stoic technique, and it will change your life. One day you will do everything for the last time. One day you will pick up your child for the last time. One day you will kiss your spouse for the last time. One day you will drink a cup of coffee for the last time. You don't know when that day is. If you live with that awareness, you stop rushing. You taste the coffee. You hold the hug longer. You listen instead of waiting to speak. Number 3. Wake up. I'm 92. My back hurts. My eyes are dim. But you have the golden ticket. You have your health. You have your youth. And you're spending it scrolling through a phone. Stop numbing yourself. Go outside. Feel the wind. Look at the sky. Call your mother. Forgive your enemy, not for them, but because you don't have time to carry that weight anymore. The clock is ticking. We are all going to die. It's the only guarantee we have. But most people never actually live. They stay safe. They stay comfortable. They stay distracted. And then they expire. Don't be like Jack. Don't wait for the 5-year plan. Eat the good food. Buy the plane ticket. Say I love you first. Because the clock is ticking. Can you hear it? That sound is your life running out. Don't let it run out empty. I'm tired now. Go live.